Right now, we're in the longest streak without snowflakes in Denver. This is video from 213 days ago. Who remembers this? Our last snowstorm in Denver, it was April 18th. Elitch's even had to delay their spring opening. I do remember that. And the Rockies had to delay a game. Yeah, that's that springtime stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, and so Chris Bianchi joins us now. Chris, you were talking about 212, today's 213. What do you think we're going to get to? I know you don't have a crystal ball, but just guess.
I don't want to blame you, Phil, but I also want to note that it has not snowed since you arrived here. So This is entirely your fault.
Some people would thank me for that. Some people would blame me for that. Yeah. I'm not going to take credit for either.
There are two ways to look at that. I agree. I'm going to go with the negative side of things and entirely blame you and point the finger straight at you over there, Phil. Since Phil Lipoff showed up here, it has not snowed. 213 days ago, that's the last time we had snowflakes for us here in Denver. And I also want to distinct between snowflakes, a trace of snow, and measurable snowfall. So this is the longest on record time we've gone without seeing a single snowflake for us in the sky. But the last time that we had measurable snowfall, that was actually a day before, back on April the 18th. I'll explain that here. As snowflakes, no accumulation. So that means, again, a trace of snow, but it didn't actually pile up on the ground. In order to get measurable snow, you need 1/10 of an inch of snow. And for it to officially count in Denver, and I go, it's the archaic rule, but it has to be out at Denver International Airport 1/10 of an inch or more. The last time we had that was back on April the 18th. Now, our latest first snowfall, an official snowfall, quantifies as measurables. Point being, in order for it to really count, it has to pile up to 1/10 of an inch out at Denver International Airport. We have not had either snowflakes or measurable snowfall so far this fall season, and this is now our fourth latest first snow for us on record for us here in Denver. We are certainly going to climb into the top three. Very low odds, but there's a chance we get measurable snow Thursday night to Friday morning, so we may end up getting rid of the streak later on this week. Most likely, though, we have to wait until next week. So this will likely end up being our second latest first measurable snow on record for us. Might snap it this week. Now, the other question I've gotten a lot of, is there a connection to a later first snow and a later spring snowfall? What causes fall snowfall is very different from spring snowfall. Spring snowfall, more to do with the jet stream overhead. Fall snowfall, more to do with cutoff lows. Point being, what leads to fall snow is pretty different from spring snow, so there is no relation to a later first fall. In fact, I ran the numbers last night. There's meteorologically and also mathematically no connection to a later first snow and a later spring snow. So hopefully, Kim and Phil, that makes a little bit of sense that yes, we are off to a late start, but that does not mean we're going to have a later, say, April or May snow as well.
What I hear is we win on the front end and maybe even on the back end. Does that mean like a shorter winter?
It could mean that, and there's signs that over the years, because of a warming climate, that we are seeing a more compact snow season for us. We're seeing those fringe seasons, April, May, September, October, early November. We're seeing that snow cut on down for us, and so we're seeing kind of that meat and potatoes, that December through March season being the primary season for us to get snow here in Denver.
Well, nobody likes the May snow particularly, but we certainly need that snowpack. So we'll hope for the best.
Fingers crossed.
All right, thanks, Chris.